Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel and happy new year. It is the 3rd of January. I feel like the new year's already going too fast. What's going on? The 3rd already? It's only our 3rd day out here. Anyways, happy new year's, you guys. I hope you guys had a great holiday break. I know I have. And I'm gonna feel it in the finances department come the next paycheck, but it is what it is. We enjoyed. If you want to see a glimpse of what I got up to this holiday season, you can go to my vlog channel. Nope, it should be over here. Vlog channel over here. There are a few vlogs up from the holidays, but yeah, we're back. And we're ready to get into the hot topics, the reality TV shows, and all that jazz. Before I do, I have to thank the people who were commenting in the last video about what to do with my hair. I ended up soaking it in vinegar, soaked my hair in vinegar, washed it out, put it back in. My scalp is relieved. So relieved. So thank you guys in the comments for your suggestions on what to do with my hair. Before I get into the video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So we're going to get into some hot topic stuff. Now, I've been doing the hot topics because I haven't been able to go live yet. I think I will be back in full force maybe next week. So that's when the Taste of Reality lives will be back in action. But first thing I wanted to talk about, this is something that I just saw like maybe 5 minutes ago, is the Jonathan Majors update regarding the MCU Kang the Conqueror whole situation. It is being alleged, it is being rumored, let me say, by Love B. Scott that Coleman Domingo is going to be Jonathan Majors' replacement. So this is an update from the whole court case that he's going through. I think it's January. Is it January or February 6th that he'll be getting a verdict? So we don't know what's actually going to happen to him. He had been found guilty on 2 counts against him. So I think the consequence is up to a year, which means he might not do any jail time at all. But I know it's up to a year or something like that. Allegedly. Let me just say allegedly because I don't really know for real. But in the meantime, it is being rumored that Coleman Domingo is going to be his replacement. I'm just going to read the article as is. Sorry about my nasally voice. I am sick today. Domingo was potentially being considered by Marvel to replace Jonathan Majors in the MCU. Movie insider Daniel Richman reported the rumor on Monday, January 1st on his official Patreon. Richman posted a brief update insisting that the film studio is interested in Domingo's talents. Still early days, but I hear Coleman Domingo is one option that was brought up to replace Jonathan Majors as Kang, he reported. If you don't know, Domingo, 54, has been quietly putting on award-winning performances. The actor is widely known for his role as Ali on HBO's Euphoria, which won him an Emmy Award. Congratulations. He appeared as Victor Strand in 67 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead from 2015 to 2023. He was the one in The Color Purple too. I think he played Mr., if I'm seeing the person correctly. Yeah, that's Mr. from The Color Purple. Scary business. His most recent role as civil rights activist Bayard Rustin in Netflix's Rustin garnered critical acclaim. The role has earned him several nominations, including looks from the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Movie Awards. The rumor mill began to churn online after Majors' guilty verdict. A jury found Majors guilty of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and harassment of attacking his ex-girlfriend, the New York Times reported. The Creed 3 actor was acquitted of 2 accounts of intentional assault and aggravated harassment. Everybody needs to remember this, okay? The man was acquitted of 2 other accounts of intentional assault and aggravated harassment. I think because he was found guilty, people are not looking at what exactly he was found guilty for. He was found guilty for basically reckless endangerment, not being aware of what your actions are going to do to somebody else. They're not saying he did it on purpose. He could have, we don't know, but his recklessness led to somebody's injury. And there's consequences to pay for that. On the heels of the verdict, Marvel Studios swiftly dropped the rising star and shifted the focus to their upcoming slate films. Major's depiction of Kang was set to be the focal point of the MCU's next phase. Yeah, there's one more paragraph, but honestly, it's fine. I think we get the point. It's really sad for Jonathan Majors because he really was a rising star and he was out of here. He was out of here. The man can act. Well, what can you do? So this episode of just, the mixed bag of hot topics is going to be some reality TV stuff, some celebrity stuff, some things that have just been trending on social media. So we're going to start with the Rachel Lindsay news. If you guys are part of the Bachelor Nation, you know Rachel Lindsay was the first Black Bachelorette of the franchise. And she ended up marrying... Oh, Lord. What's his name? Oh, God. Okay, I'm sure the video is going to say his name, right? Back when I watched that season, and I know I've had this conversation with a lot of you subscribers already, so I know how you feel about this. But back when I was watching the season, I really wanted her to go with Peter. I did. And here's why. Could Peter have been toxic? Maybe. That's the argument you guys always tell me. Peter was toxic. He wasn't ready for marriage, whatever. But here's the thing. The way Rachel cried after that man.
I feel like you don't know what you want to do.
I don't.
I want somebody who knows what they want to do.
Great.
But you don't know what you want to do, Peter. You don't even know if you want it with me.
I don't know what I want to do tomorrow.
I can't do tomorrow. You tell me you just want to be my boyfriend. I can't say goodbye. I know. It's not gonna change overnight. I'm just gonna rush into it.
I said, oh no, whoever she's going to end up with on this show after Peter is going to be her settling because she wants to be married. That is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree. But I always felt like the person she really loved was Peter. But the person who she saw herself being with because they were on the same page was this man right here. Well, unfortunately for them, 4 years later, things have gone kaput.
Bryan shared this message on social media shortly after news broke on entertainment news sites. He says, if you've been following me for a while, you know I don't like to put my personal affairs on social media and like to keep a safe space for our family. Many of you know me as a chiropractor and also as a husband. My proudest role so far. After more than 4 years of marriage, Rachel and I have made the difficult decision to part ways and start anew. My parents have been married forever and I'm a family man, but sometimes loving yourself and your partner means you must let go. I wanted you to hear it from the source before the blogs start making up their own reality. Please respect the spaces of our family and friends as we figure out our next steps. Respectfully, Bryan. Like, what? And I know some people are like, why is everyone shocked? Because there were always like rumors going around that they weren't together because they didn't really post each other. But the thing is, they always shut down those rumors. They said that they were going to be private with their relationship because they would often get criticized. So I understand, but wow, I was not expecting this news today.
I can't even express to you how much this has upset me. I can't express to you. I have no words. Words fail me. Words have left me. I don't know what a word is. What is a word? How do you construct it? I don't know what that is. This has upset me so much. And not because of the union breaking down. Unions break down all the time. This whole couple goals thing isn't a thing. Like, it just doesn't exist. Being in a couple is hard. Being in marriage is hard. Being in a relationship is hard. Life is hard. Pick your heart, right? Cool. That's not what troubles my soul. What troubles my soul is that last bit of that sentence, because why on earth am I seeing that he is asking for spousal support? Tell me quickly, with haste and speed, with further, tell me why he's asking for spousal support. I would love to know. I would love to know. This has upset me deeply in my spirit. I don't know the full ins and outs. I don't know what's happened. I've just seen this and those last two words, and I have been riled up. So allow me to go do my research.
I know some of the conversation online is the fact that he's asking for spousal support. I mean, hey, the option is there for a reason. There are some people who are granted a specific lifestyle because of the partner they are with. And so divorce kind of shakes the foundation of that. And some people will ask for spousal support. Yeah. And he's the one who filed too, hey? Wow. Um Wishing everybody the best in this circumstance. It's sad to hear of divorce unless, there's abuse involved, then, leave that person. Absolutely. I can't say that I'm shocked. I know 4 years is still, a pretty good amount of time, but a part of me was always like, but damn, that Peter. I just wish I could have seen what that relationship would have been like. And the gag is, even when she got with this guy, if memory serves me correctly, it took them a while for them to get married anyways. Like, she made it seem like she wanted to get married soon after the show, but I think it took a couple years, no? I think it did take a couple, unless I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. But anyways, yeah, wishing Rachel the best. I know her career has kind of taken a turn from just being like an internet personality. Like, she's actually a host of a show, and is it a podcast that she has with I want to say it's that football player, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, she doing her own thing. Her ex-husband, I don't know what he gets up to, but I'm sure he's doing his own thing too. So yeah, sad to see a breakup. But a part of me, I'm sorry. I'm not that surprised. Not that surprised. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this girl on TikTok. So she posted this wedding slideshow on TikTok talking about being a modest bride. It didn't really land well with the people watching. I'll play for you her response to the reception she got, and then I'll share my own opinion.
So apparently, my little picture TikTok post broke TikTok. That's a joke, but I didn't expect it to go viral the way it did. And the comment section was just women bashing me for being judgmental and shaming women who didn't dress the way I did. But nothing could be further from the truth. Absolutely nothing. So this is the picture that caused all the problem. I wrote, for there is nothing uglier than an immodest bride who leaves nothing to the imagination. I got comments that said, why should I dress modestly so that people can imagine me naked? What I said, to leave nothing to the imagination, is an idiomatic expression. It's not literal. Idiomatic expressions are non-literal, meaning you do not attach a literal meaning to the words used. Instead, they have a figurative meaning. Other examples of idiomatic expressions are expressions like, oh, to let the cat out of the bag, meaning to let a secret out, or it's raining cats and dogs, which means it's raining heavily. It's not literally raining cats and dogs. Or to say, oh, it's a piece of cake, which means something is easy. Doesn't really mean there is a cake or there is a piece of a cake. According to Merriam-Webster dictionary, to leave nothing to the imagination means to show or describe almost all of the parts or details of something. It doesn't mean to actually start imagining things. It's just an idiomatic expression. Also, by saying what I said on that picture slide, I was describing an extreme, a borderline and extreme show of immodesty in such a way that the picture is shocking. Like, it leaves a shock value to whoever looks at it or hears about it. So that is what I was describing. I was painting an extreme picture of something. Yes, I'm aware of Matthew chapter 7 when our Lord said, judge not so that thou may not be judged. But that verse is talking about, judging people fairly in a way that we would also like to be judged. And I didn't judge anybody unfairly. I didn't pronounce judgment on anybody. I didn't call out anybody. I just painted a picture of an extreme. My post is not about judging anyone, including myself, as good or evil, or good or bad. I'm just a simple Catholic lady who believes in modesty and who preaches modesty. People who accused me of judging other women are actually the ones doing the judging by implying that there are women who fit into my description of borderline immodesty. I didn't say that. The people in the comment section did. Those who say I have judged others who have not dressed the way I did on their wedding day, or who are not going to dress the way I did on my wedding day, they are categorically wrong, because I have not called out names. I didn't make any pronouncements. I was just painting a picture of an extreme, like I said before.
I'm not shocked by her perspective. As a Christian, you hear this your whole life. I've heard a lot of people, modesty, you need to be this kind of woman. Don't let people see all your bits and stuff. Whatever, okay? I do believe in modesty. But what I did not like about how she spoke about modesty was her throwing stones, then hiding her hands. Go ahead and feel how you feel. It is 2024. We should know by now we're all entitled to our own opinions. However, do not be surprised when you rub people the wrong way and they make their own opinions known to you. I experience it every day on this YouTube channel. Y'all never hesitate to let me know how you really feel, okay? She was like shocked. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, how are you shocked? You basically said if you were not a modest, wholesome, chastity upholding Christian woman, you're unfavorable. People are going to have thoughts about that. People are going to tell you about yourself. And the saddest part about it is this just perpetuates the idea that Christians are the most judgmental people out there. As a Christian, it's hard to hear, but as a Christian, I know a part of it is true. I know it is. There's a reason why I don't go to church as often as I would like to anymore, because the people who I've experienced in church oftentimes are the most vile people I've ever experienced in life. And it's so sad to see and hear. But this lady is basically the epitome of that. I'm a modest bride. I'm living life the right way. And then when people say something about it, but I didn't, that's not what I said. That's not what I did. There's another TikToker who did a breakdown on some other videos that this same lady has done. And it seems like this is her MO. She'll tend to take a very strong stance against something, and then when people want to call her out on it or maybe want to share their opinions about her own stance, she plays victim and she feigns ignorance, wondering where all this retribution is coming from. Was the dress even cute? I'm sorry. I've seen like hijabi girls wear the most gorgeous dresses. To me, those are modest dresses. This was a modest dress too, but girl, it was all right. Not me judging after I said, we shouldn't be judging. So let me move on. I wanted to touch very quickly on some Ready to Love news. I love to hate the show, hate to love the show. Every season I'm back. I'm going to be back for this next season. I'm just going to be honest, okay? I said I was done. Clearly I lied. We're still lying in 2024. It is what it is. So from Ready to Love, a few seasons back, there were two women on the DC. On the DC season, Kamil and Aisha. Now, wouldn't you have it? Both women are now engaged.
So I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you. 2023 has been amazing to me. 2023 has been amazing. 2023 has been amazing to me. I've missed you so much. Happy New Year, everybody. 2023 has been amazing. I miss y'all. Sometimes you have to disconnect to reconnect. And sometimes that's just what the Lord called you to do. So I had to disconnect to reconnect, and it's a whole fiance.
Honey, congratulations to them. They both ended the season with partners. One went well, the other did not. Aisha ended the season with Dante, if I'm not mistaken. Dante? What's his name, Dante? That was the season with Zadia, and she did this to the man, right? Which, I don't know why we've never spoken about that, but why are we putting hands on people? Even if it's just a finger, why are we doing that? Even when I just did it to myself, I was offended for myself, you know? I think that's the guy who Aisha ended the season with. I forget. It's irrelevant. She came off the show. They were very lovey-dovey at first, but then she had a whole tell-all on YouTube, Instagram, honey, Twitch, Periscope, all of it, okay? Exposing him for being an abusive partner. She had conversations between him and ex-girlfriends or ex-whatever partners, baby mom, I don't know, about his alleged abusive behavior. I'm only saying allegedly because I just don't know. I'm not trying to nullify her experience. And then she also said that she was unaware of how many children he actually had. And apparently there was also one on the way while she was with him. It was a whole mess. But either way, over the holidays, she done found her real person. They've gotten engaged. So congrats to them. With Kamil and Cornelius, I always felt like Cornelius was in the second place when it came to Miss Girl. Because it seemed like Kamil was holding this man hostage. And by force or by fire, she was going to keep that man. But you can't force him to stay. He chose to stay. He said he loved the girl, so we just had to take their word for it. And he proved it by proposing over the holidays, I think it was. So congratulations to them. Honestly, I know it sounds like I'm being shady, because I am. But genuinely, congratulations. Same thing with I said with the dissolution of Rachel Lindsay's marriage. You don't want to see people divorce, but you also want to be happy for people when they get married. Of course, if it's a healthy relationship. And seemingly it is. I don't know their day-to-day life, so I can't say whether it is or it isn't. It's just congratulations to both couples. That's very exciting going into the new year. Two last things I want to talk about. One of them, very quickly, is the Adeola Patron situation. Adeola is a social media personality, and she's currently in Nigeria. She's a Yoruba Nigerian girl. As she's there, she's made it a point to try and speak Yoruba anytime she's on camera. Now, social media, I guess they don't like it.
Carol, Joyce in complaining in background, but Aburo mi ti dé. Oti ribobo faji and share. All the bookie first class flight. All the catchy
Mo fẹ́ lọ sí ẹja. Mo fẹ́ ẹja. Mo fẹ́ lọ sí ẹja.
Is that fish?
No, what's market?
Oh,
Mo fẹ́ lọ
sí ọjà.
Mo fẹ́ area mi.
So Adeola Patron is currently in Nigeria for 30 December, and she's been doing videos where she speaks solely in Yoruba. And looking at the comments that I've seen on those videos, both on this app and on Twitter, has been shocking from the Nigerians. I've seen comments where people are trying to accuse her of mocking the language. I've also seen comments where people have mocked her for the way that she's pronouncing certain words. And what I need Nigerians back home to understand is that as a British-born Nigerian, you can often feel like you don't belong, both here in the UK and back home. And I'll explain why. You see, in the UK, the majority of us came here because somewhere down the line in our family, someone decided to immigrate from Nigeria to the UK to give us a better life. That means we're not here by choice. We are here by circumstance. And whilst you are here in the UK, you are a minority. And that means sometimes you are subjected to microaggressions or racism simply because you don't originally come from here. And then when you go back home to Nigeria, you're deemed as the in-it people because when you speak the language, you speak it with an English tone or you can't speak it at all. And this is where the whole feeling of not belonging anywhere comes from, because in the UK, we're not really from there. And then when you go back to Nigeria, they make it very clear to you that you're not one of them. Those of us that were born here majority of us, our families didn't speak to us in Yoruba. If we hear Yoruba, it's through music, it's through film, and it might be through observing our parents speaking to each other, talking to their friends, or, you know, on the phone to somebody back home. But directly to us, a lot of us, our parents only spoke to us in English. Me, for example, my dad came from Nigeria in the 80s to settle here. My dad speaks to my mum, who is also Nigerian, in Yoruba. Sometimes he speaks to her in English, but you see, when he's talking to me and my siblings, he's speaking to us in English. He's not speaking to us in Yoruba. I was lucky enough to understand the language because when I was young, my parents were taking me to Nigeria regularly. But you see, my two other siblings, they weren't going to Nigeria as often, so they don't understand the language. That doesn't make us any less Nigerian than any of you that live back home. Because at the end of the day, my parents still taught me the culture. And what I find most annoying about Nigerians, they will be hailing Caucasians up and down for speaking the language, for cooking the food, for wearing the native wares. They'll be putting them on their head as if they're the best thing ever. But when it's us Nigerians, you're holding us to a different standard. You don't have the same energy for us. Why? At this point, it comes across as though you hate us or there is jealousy. And I'm not saying that is the case, but that is how it comes across. But please, let's just stop all this judgment for the people that are Nigerian, but just weren't born and raised in Nigeria. At the end of the day, Adeola is doing her best to speak the language as an adult who has only been speaking English her whole life. Please, let's have grace.
I always say this about people's intentions. We never truly know what they are. The only person who does know is the person who is harboring those intentions. So is she mocking the language? Is she whatever? I don't know. All I know is, as a person who is an immigrant, I wasn't born in Canada, but even though it sounds like it, but I have lived here for so long that I basically am Canadian. When I was young, I would try to speak my native tongue. My native tongue is Ndebele. If you don't know what that language is, it's a derivative of Zulu, which is a language spoken in South Africa. Whenever I was young and I would try to speak, I would get made fun of by relatives, people at church, all kinds of people, to the point where I just decided, well, then I'm just not going to speak anymore. And it's so bad that even now I feel like whenever I speak, I'm so uncomfortable. When I'm back home and I'm speaking to kids, I feel the most comfortable because I feel like our level of understanding the language is on the same in terms of speaking. Hearing it, understanding it, reading it, I'm pretty good. If my mom or my dad speaks to me in Ndebele completely, I hear everything that they're saying. But if it's now time for me to speak it, it's not happening. And it's because of how people treated me when I tried. So now seeing Adeola, yeah, she's 26, 27? And she's trying to speak and people are saying, oh, you're mocking the language, or, oh, why are you even trying? You're not one of us. It's very discouraging. Because if she was then to turn around and say, okay, well, I'm not Yoruba. Oh, how can you hate yourself? How can you denounce your heritage? How could you denounce where you come from? Like, you cannot win as Africans in the diaspora sometimes, and it's so frustrating. Like, why not just be proud of the fact that she's trying? Is it because she is a social media personality? People feel like they just have to hate just because of who she is and what she does? I don't know. Because if it were me and I had a cousin in the diaspora just like me who speaks the language or who's trying to speak the language, I would be proud of them. Like, good on you for trying. I know I stopped trying because all the people who made fun of me when I was young, I said, you know what, forget that. One thing I'm not going to do, speak. So forget that. Yeah. Shout out to Adeola for even trying. It sucks that she's not getting the support that I would have liked to see her get. But she's still trying anyway, so I love that for her. Last thing I wanted to talk about was Scrappy. Little Scrappy. I don't know when I got back into my Love and Hip Hop bag. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We spoke about Love and Hip Hop. We're back speaking about Love and Hip Hop. Little Scrappy, this man has been seen around with Erica Dixon, his baby mama. I think it's his first baby mama. And they're looking very cozy. Now, I don't know whether or not they're together, but I do know that they've had a pretty solid co-parenting relationship for a long time. He also has kids with Bambi And I know some tension between Erica and Bambi has been a thing. Apparently there's a girl now named Diamond. I've been out of the loop for a long time. I'm only back in the loop because I've seen on social media that one, he's been getting very cozy with Erica, and two, Scrappy is now apologizing for his behavior. So this video is actually very long, but I felt like the context was important. So if you want to just hear the apology part of it, it starts at about 35 minutes and maybe 20 seconds. He's saying a lot of stuff. I feel like the context is kind of necessary.
People done said the word about me on blogs. They done tried to be all in my comments. Oh, you ain't, get away. It ain't never stopped what God made. It ain't never stopped what God had for me. It ain't never stopped. I'll never believe it. I never believe another mom. I never believe nobody else but God. Only God. And excuse me, God, you're not. You are God. I love you. Sorry, my fault. But still, I'm telling you, I never believe another person, man. Nobody. I never believe nobody else but God. You can't run me nowhere. You can't run me nowhere. You can't run me in the dirt. You can't ruin my life. You can't take my listen, my spirit was depleted. Y'all didn't even see me. Y'all see me now. Y'all see me now. But you didn't even see me. I wasn't even online. Y'all wouldn't even, man, oh my God. Hey. Y'all didn't even see me. Y'all, right? Y'all didn't even see me. I wasn't even doing lives. Y'all didn't even see my face. I wasn't even socialized. Y'all see me now. Y'all see me now when I start living. When I start living, now everybody got something to say. Everybody, man, that. Anybody got something negative to say about me? I want you to take your life and your fingers, all 10 of them, and stick them up your ass. Stick them all the way up your ass, and I want you to tote it. I want you to walk with it. I want to see that shit. I want you to walk with it and go stuff your face in the toilet. And I want you to live the rest of your life there. If you got any negative shit to say about how I'm living now. Because guess what I do? I take care of my people, and most of all, I take care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real dad. I take care of my kids. I take care of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they at where they at now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't take away from the mamas. Because the mamas take care of I ain't got not one bad baby mama. I ain't got not one bad one. They take care of their babies. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about like lioness. They take care of their babies. Salute to them. But I'm a real f***ing daddy. I ain't nothing like none of these. None of them. That's why I don't rock like these. I don't act like none of these. I ain't talking bang bang like these. Because these niggas ain't like me. Because the real that went through the shit that I went through, we barely want to talk about it. We want to forget the shit ever happened. We want to forget the shit ever happened. So when we do talk about it, we trying to help them. And that's real. That's on God. That's on God all the way. And I'm sitting here looking at this shit. I seen some shit that when men do some shit, man, women stand up for they stand up from all mountains of the earth. They stand up. Oh, why would he do this shit? Why would he do it? But we ain't heard nothing about what happened to Pat Poose. We don't hear shit about that shit. Ain't nobody standing up for Pat Poose saying, oh man, we sorry that shit happened to you. Shawty did you dirty. We ain't hearing none of that shit. Because ain't nobody trying to stand up. And they talking about the black woman is the most unprotected person on the earth daily. I'm standing up for the black woman and I'm standing up for the black man. That's what I'm doing. And I love some of my y'all be on y'all little dumbass podcast. Just wanna, y'all need to do this for your woman. You trying to get, man, maybe all your life you dealt with great women. All your life you dealt with great women. I'm happy for you. I know some real evil women. I done been an evil man before. So guess what? I have to stand up for both. I done been a whole to women. You know what I'm saying? So I already know that it's bad out there. But I already know that it's bad women out there because some women have been they done me all the way over, inside out. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just know this. For all y'all women and all y'all men out there that just want to stand on the woman's side, or you just want to stand up for men and be like, oh no, because every time a black woman want to stand up for herself, black niggas want to step in and be like, oh no, look at this. She trying to this woman done been through some shit. Let her speak her truth. You know what I'm saying? And all the women, let that man speak his truth. Don't try to step in when I speak freely because some shit he went through, and you trying to talk about like, cause man, this went through that shit. This man went through that. Let that man speak his truth. Like you can't be like that and have a son neither, woman. You can't be like that and have a daughter neither, man. For all the men and women, how you gonna deplete a man and you got a whole man you gotta raise? You should be like trying to build men up, cause you got a whole son. The fuck is wrong with you? You should be trying to build women up. You got a whole daughter, you got a whole woman you gotta raise. So that's why I be on the shit I be on. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna apologize to both of my kids' mamas, man. I'm sorry for any disrespect I ever caused y'all, cause I know I done been disrespectful as in the past years. It's a new year. I'm turning over a new leaf. But still, you feel what I'm saying? I know I done been disrespectful. I don't give a fuck if you disrespected me or not. I'm sorry. You feel what I'm saying? And to any woman that I disrespected, I'm sorry. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry I was on some demon time, disrespectful shit. And I need to get over myself. You feel what I'm saying? And the rest of you need to do too. And the rest of you women do too. You feel what I'm saying? We all need to get over ourselves. We ain't the only ones living on this. But anyway, I think it's just that Mama D coming out of me. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, and my dad at the same time. I got both of them in me. Oh no, I got you right. You right. You right. Somebody said, remember to say it to my baby mama's face as well. I will. You right. I will tell them that. No matter what they say to me. No matter if they cuss me out or not. I know one of them ain't gonna cuss me out. The other one might cuss me out.
You did the one on TV.
Huh?
The whole episode.
Huh?
I said, you did the one on TV. You go to the episode.
No. But I done been disrespectful lately. So I you know what I'm saying? So I gotta just, you know. I've been disrespectful lately. So I just gotta just, you know what I'm saying, apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Here's why I wanted to bring up this conversation. I think, especially after you've crossed the threshold of mid-20s, there's less and less grace that I give to people. And here's why. In this video, Scrappy is talking about, he used to be an F-boy. He wasn't the best partner, co-parent, whatever, to the women in his life. And he basically is like saying he knew what he was doing when he was doing it. He just chose not to act right. And that is so frustrating because a lot of women, people do it in general, but typically it's women. We want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Oh, he has so much potential. Oh, he's young. He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Oh, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. You cannot tell me Scrappy did not know how to do right by the women in his life, or at least try. And so because they had accepted the bare minimum for so long, he just kept perpetuating that. He kept keeping it up because why act better if nobody's requiring that of you? If you don't require me to do better, I'm just not going to. So now that it seems like he's in a healthier place with, at the very least, Erica. I don't know what's going on with Diamond. Don't know what's going on with Bambi. It seems like Erica is now requiring more of him. And he's choosing to step up because the bare minimum is no longer acceptable. So this is a lesson to all of us, okay? If you keep on accepting the bare minimum, the person is going to do just that because you require nothing more from them. If they really want to show up in your life, you have to set that boundary. I need more from you. I need you to do better. I need you to do right by me. And then you're going to see how true their intentions are when they say, oh no, I want to be with you. Oh no, I want this for us. They're going to do those things that you require of them, hopefully. Within reason too. If you're requiring things that are just asinine, come on, be for real. But yeah, it was interesting seeing him apologize for things that he knew he was doing. But now that he's required to do more, he's going to do more. Either way, I'm happy that he's getting along with his baby mama. It's always better, I feel. I'm not a baby mom, so I don't know. But I would assume that if the parents get along, it's a better situation for the children. So yeah, happy that they could figure things out. Now, the men on Love and Hip Hop scare me. But we're not even talking about them. We're talking about the principal. If you require more and the person is serious about you, they will do more. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Like I said, Taste of Reality will be coming back real soon. Just, once I'm fully settled into the new year. Quickly talking about the shows that I'm going to be reviewing in January. The Traitors premieres January 12th. Traitors US. I will be reviewing that. Ready to Love. Cannot stand how the show ends. I still love the principle of the show, the fact that it is a Black show with older people finding love. I really do love the concept, but the execution is just abysmal. But anyways, I'm back. That also premieres January 12th. Love Island All Stars premieres January 15th. And then Married at First Sight Australia premieres January 29, if I'm not mistaken. So for the month of January, those are the 4 shows that I will be reviewing. I hope that you stick around. If you want hot topics, those will also be done most likely on Sunday nights. We do them as lives, so tune in live to be a part of the conversation. And that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said before, Happy New Year. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.